Facebook Live, we have arrived. One more time. Let's get it in, y'all.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Derrick Yisrael, also known as Pastor Derrick, on the Early What I See to Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 9th day in December 2021. We still in the Romans series. My big bro G is in the building. Hallelujah, Kimiana. Good to see you, young lady Latricia Johnson. We in Romans, the 7th chapter, y'all, this morning. Romans 7. We making it through it. We making it through it. Hallelujah, Kodan Deems, Mediyahu Dawes. My niece is up in here. Yakuwan hold it down to the ground. We got Battle making them devils skedaddle. We got Elder Yosef in the building. Hallelujah, my beautiful mother. Hold it down. Beautiful to have your mother in ministry with you. Can't put it in words. I'm going to tell you that. I'm blessed. Pakita, good to see you on. Stone is on. Hallelujah. Al Mal, my pal. He up in here too. Pakita, always a pleasure, like I was saying. Brianna, good to see you. A young lady as well. Y'all, let's dive into Romans 7. Y'all ready? Romans 7. Battle. Hallelujah. Yeah, that really is a blessing, Doss. Real talk. It really is, man. Big sister up in here, too. And my big brother. Man, come on now. My sister Pam been listening to me on YouTube, calling me. Most High is moving, huh? Look what it say. Okay, let me see which one I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna try the NIV today. That's what I'm gonna do and see what's happening. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. Let's look at it. Trenda. When's the last time I told you I love you, Trenda? Well, I'm saying it again. Listen. Romans, right? 7:1. Look what it say. Do you not know, brothers and sisters, for I'm speaking to those who know the law? Is that a good start? Trying to deliver you from the law will make it easier if you knew the law. So here we go. Do you not know, brothers and sisters, for I'm speaking to those who know the law, that the law has authority over someone as long as that person lives? For example, by the law, a married woman is bound to her husband as long as he is alive. But if her husband dies, she is released from the law that binds her to him. Okay, I gotta work with this. I can't spend a lot of time, but listen to this. Mark Logan, I want y'all to see this. Those of us that know the law, right? Look, let's make it plain. The law has authority over someone as long as that person lives. Did you hear that? So you got folks that's pushing the law, right? And they can go in Torah and prove that the law is forever. And they're right. Tira Banks, good to see you on. Yamina Yahoo, good to see you on. Did y'all hear that? They're telling the truth. There are perpetual law. I can attack it another way. But let's go this way because it's true. I'm going to put it like that. But the law is perpetual. He used terms like forever. He stated a law and he said this will be a covenant agreement forever. And they're right. Did y'all hear that? But this is the kicker. Pay attention. Listen. Do you not know, brothers and sisters, for I'm speaking to those that know the law, that the law has authority over someone only as long as that person lives. Only as long as that person lives. Only as long as that person lives. The law has authority over you. Period. Oh, we can go home now. Oh, I'm at home. Let me keep going. Then he gave an example. For example, by law, a married woman is bound to her husband as long as he is alive. A woman is bound to her husband as long as her husband is alive. Y'all with me? But if her husband dies, she's released from the law that binds her to him. So the only release from the law is death. Did you hear that? You want to write that down? You got that part? The only release from the law is death. Other than that, as long as you're alive, you're under the law. Did you hear that? Did you read it? Well, let's keep going. Third verse now says, so then, if she has sexual relations with another man while her husband is still alive, she is called adulteress. But if her husband dies, she is released from that law and is not an adulteress if she marries. So sex is marriage, which is a whole nother thing. I'm definitely not going there right now. But look what it says. It says, so she is released from the law and is not an adulteress if she marries another man. So my brothers and sisters, you also died. Tia, good to see you on. Right? I'm going to catch it up because I don't know when you came in. I want you to hear this. So I'm going to shoot back to the top real fast for Tia. Is that all right? Listen. Do you not know, brothers and sisters, for I'm speaking to those that know the law, that the law has authority over someone as long as that person lives? If you're alive, then the law is for you. And it's eternal, just like Torah teaches, right? And then this is the example. For example, by the law, a married woman is bound to her husband as long as he's alive. But if her husband dies, she is released from the law that binds her to her husband. Third verse. So then, if she has sexual relations with another man while her husband is still alive, she's called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she's released. So what releases you, right? She's released from the law and is not an adulteress if she married another man. Y'all heard that? What released her? Death. Other than that, it's perpetual. Are we with it? Barbara, good to see you on, young faithful. Fourth verse. So my brothers and sisters, you also die. Y'all heard that? The only release from the law, which is eternal, is death. That looses you from the law. Do y'all understand that? That the only thing releases us from the law, folks go in there and say, see, he said this law and he said it's forever. Then they look at you like they said something. You got to learn how to rightly divide the word, or you're going to be under the law trying to do something that's impossible to do. Damning yourself, condemning yourself. I'm telling you the truth. Listen, fourth verse. So my brothers and sisters, you also died to the law through the body of the Mashiach, that you might belong to another, to him who was raised from the dead, in order that we might bear fruit on the Yah. They think if you loose from the law, you're not going to bear fruit on the Yah. Well, this says you are. You're going to even bear more fruit on the Yah by being loose from the law. Oh, I'm trying to help y'all. Listen, love y'all for real. For when you were, fifth verse, y'all, for when you were in the realm of the flesh, right? When you were alive, son, good to see you on. When you were alive, when you were alive to your sinful nature, you were alive. Walking dead though, but you was alive. Listen, for when you were in the realm of your sinful nature, right, the flesh, the sinful passions aroused by the law were at work in us. Do you know what that means? Where there's no law, there's no transgression, even though we had a sinful nature. So the arousing is the sinful nature was exposed. You was wicked the whole time. Ever since Adam sinned, every death came on the scene, everybody was dying, and we were all born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Yeah, the law exposed it. The law aroused it. People are so wicked. When you tell them not to do something, that evil nature rise up. Real talk. You can give a kid 10 toys and lay them out there and say, don't touch this one. Oh, that's the one they want. Off top. Hey, it can be the ugliest little smallest toy. The most irrelevant toy. You have some real beautiful toys. But now all of a sudden that evil nature we were born with, now their eyes on the one you said don't touch. Period. That's it. That's the one they want. Fifth verse. For when we were in the realm of the flesh, the sinful passions aroused by the law were at work in us, so that we bore fruit for death. Fruit for death is going against the word. Listen, going against Yah. Right? For when we were in the realm of the flesh, the sinful passions aroused by the law were at work in us, so that we bore fruit for death. Those of us that got like strongholds, right? Yah say do something, and we don't do it. We just won't. There's just certain things that we just ain't gonna do for whatever reason. It's really called a stronghold. And to be honest with you, it's a form of, I'm being honest, a form of witchcraft and stubbornness. Is cheating on Yah. It's deifying yourself. That's what Samuel 15 was talking about. When King Saul didn't do what he said. Obedience is better than sacrifice, right? Obedience is better than sacrifice. And to hearken, meaning to do what he say, is better than the fat from the rams. Folks would like to give sacrifice, but don't want to obey. I'm trying to tell you. For when we were in the realm of the flesh, the sinful passions aroused by the law. He said, don't do that or do this. Now that sinful nature ain't going to do it. Or they going to do it. He tell you don't do it, you do it. He tell you to do it, you won't. I'm telling you the truth. Listen. For when we were in the realm of the flesh, the sinful passions aroused by the law were at work in us, so that we bore fruit for death. But now, by dying to what once was bound, we have been released from the law, so that we serve in the newness, in the way of the Ruah, and not in the old way of the written code. Look it up, Torah. Okay, let me help. Back to 1. I'm going to go faster, but we're going to get it. I'm going to do KJV, right? Now, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law has dominion over a man as long as he liveth. You alive, you got to bow down to the law. For the woman which has an husband is bound by the law to her husband as long as he liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband, right? She's not bound to him no more. She's not bound to the law that tells her to be bound to him no more, right? So then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she is called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free. That's what freed her, death. The only thing that can free you is death. She is freed from the law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Let's get deeper. 4th verse. Wherefore, my brethren, you also become dead to the law. Did you hear that? Wherefore, my brother, you also become dead to the law. Did you hear that? Wherefore, my brother, you also become dead to the law by the body of the Mashiach, because he died. Right? And we were baptized into his death. That's what the 6th chapter said. We were baptized into his death. And like as the Mashiach, Yah raised the Mashiach up from the dead, even so we should walk in the newness of life. I'm just trying to tell you, we've been baptized into his death, so we're sharing in his death. That's the only thing that freed us from the law. Listen. Wherefore, my brother, you also become dead to the law by the body of the Mashiach, that you should be married to another, even him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit on the Yah. So divorcing the law, or being dead to the law, and being remarried to the Mashiach, because the law in your life is that you're not committing adultery. You can't serve two masters, is what it's trying to tell you. You can't be married to the law and the Messiah. It's one or the other. Oh, I'm trying to tell you. That's what Galatians in the 4th chapter was trying to tell us. About the 2 covenants, or even the children of the covenant. Said that Ishmael wasn't going to be heirs with the son of promise, which was Isaac. Listen. Wherefore, my brother, you also become dead to the law by the body of the Mashiach, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit. Oh, you trying to get away from the law because you want to be lawless? No. We're more spiritual. We're in a better relationship with Yah than anyone that's trying to serve the law. And you ain't serving the law. You ain't keeping it. Come on, y'all. You ain't. Come on. Don't do that to yourself. You're not keeping the law. You just barking at other people, telling them to do it. That we should bring forth fruit on the Yah. 5th verse. For when we were in the flesh, right, governed by that evil nature with the law. We had the law, but we still was in the flesh. That's why I was on stone. The law was on stone because it ain't in us. That's why he put it on stone. And the stone represented us. I'm trying to tell you something. That's why when the fullness of time has come, right, in the latter time, Yah was going to put it on our hearts. Straight up. But it was going to be in totality on our hearts, not just 10 bullets. It's going to operate the spirit of love. All those are the operation of love. I'm telling you, you change and you walk in the spirit of love towards Yah and each other. That's the conclusion of the 10 Commandments. All right, I'm trying to tell you. Listen. 5th verse. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law. I just said that. Right? We were still in the flesh, but Yasharel had the law. It wasn't them. It was on the stone. That's why they broke it, because it wasn't in them. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members, in our body, in our being, right? Did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. Now they want us to do that. Man, I'm not messing with that. 6th verse. But now we are delivered from the law. Did y'all hear that? But that's why they got to start saying the Bible ain't true. Anyway, or the New Testament. Whatever. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Yah forbid. Is there anything wrong with the law? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. He wrote, they used to write on stone, on tablets. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. Now, what it exposed, there's something wrong with us. Yeah. Definitely exposed that. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Yah forbid. Nay, no. I had not known sin but by the law. Listen to this. Okay, so then, unfortunately, folks go into, we're just not under the ceremonial laws. That's what they say. And I say to them, no, it's talking about the Ten Commandments. They say, no, it's not. It's talking about the ceremonial law. This ain't talking about the Ten Commandments. This is talking about ceremonies. Well, let's read this. Look what this says. 7th verse. What shall we say then? Is law sin? No. I had not known sin but by the law. Listen. I had not known sin but by the law. What law? Ceremonial law? Let's see. For I had not known lust, except the law said, thou shalt not covet. Isn't that one of the Ten Commandments? That's not ceremonial law. That's the Ten Commandments. Somebody talk to me. Shall we park right here for a minute? Let me get some water. Oh, just a ceremonial law. No, that's the Ten Commandments. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with the word? Look what it says. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? Nope, Yah forbid. No, I had not known sin but by the law. What law he talking about? For I had not known lust, except the Ten Commandments said, thou shalt not covet. Are you with me? But sin, listen, taking the occasion by the commandment, sin rose up and seized the opportunity to fight against what Yah said. Because we hard-headed like the stone it was on. Trying to tell you something. But sin taking the occasion by the commandment wrought in me all manner of concupiscence. That's all manner of sins that's inside of us in this fallen nature, right? All manner of concupiscence, for without the law, sin was dead. People still was dying and committing sins. Jeff Brown, good to see you on. But the law, where there's no law, there's no transgression. We could see why people was dying. We can see that people was wicked. We saw ourselves. That's why he said, I was alive once without the law. He was feeling good in himself. Until the law came and exposed to him, oh, I ain't as good as I thought I was. I need a Messiah. Y'all with me? Listen. For I was alive, 9th verse, y'all. For I was alive without the law once. But when the commandment came, sin revived and I died. I thought I was a good dude. Guess I'm not now. And the commandment which ordained the life I found to be death. For sin taking occasion by the commandment deceived me, and by it slew me. I knew what to do, what Yah told me to do, but I can't do it. Wherefore the law is holy, the commandment holy, just and good. Oh, you just hate the commandments. No, I don't. The problem is in me. I need to be rescued. Yeah, the law killed me. Yeah, I'm through. It's righteous, but I ain't. I'm trying to tell you. Wherefore the law is holy, the commandment holy, just and good. Was then that which is good made death unto me? Yah forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin. The sin was there, but we couldn't see it until the law came. Yeah. Well, Yah tell you to do something? Yeah. We wasn't doing it. Straight up. It's really exposing sin. It's not trying to kill you. It's showing you you need to be saved. You need to be rescued. I'm telling you. Folks that's unrescued run around here with beards and nothing wrong with growing a beard. I'm not trying to hate on Yisrael. I'm not doing that. But when they believe they gotta have a beard in order to have a relationship with Yah, they trying to find righteousness through the law. That's what the former chapter was talking about as well. No, you ain't gonna find it. But no, righteousness comes through believing him, thereby obeying him. I'm telling you. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. It's getting deep now. Look what it says. For we know that the law is good, spiritual, and I am carnal, sold under sin. Listen. For that which I do, what he do is he's going against Yah. For that which I do, I allow not. I don't want to do it. I'm not allowing this. Cliff, good to see you on Always, man. Frank told me y'all talked and had a great conversation. I'm happy about that. Tim Sykes, good to see you on, sir. I want y'all to hear this. Watch this language, right? 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Okay. The spirit of life is, for we know that the law is spiritual. The law is spiritual, and it is right. Period. You got to understand that. The problem is us. Because look what he said. But I am carnal, sold under sin. To be sold under sin we have an evil nature that's not like Yah. I'm telling you that. He's saying it. I agree. So, that gives birth to the 15th verse. For that which I do, I allow not. In other words, in his spirit, he won't obey Yah. But in his evil nature, that ain't going to happen. Did you know your evil nature will take you captive and you'll do things that you don't want to do? You be praying and fasting and then end up fornicating or committing adultery or lying, cheating, cussing. Yeah, straight up, I'm telling you that. Why? Because there's a law of the flesh. We be thinking we can save our flesh. You cannot, and you will not. You will not do it. It ain't going to happen. You got to die to it. Going back to death. Death is the only way to get away from sin. Like we were just reading at the top of 7. Those of us that know the law, take it from Yah's standpoint. Yah gave the law, and it's over us as long as we live. But what happens when we're baptized into the Messiah's death? We're then free from the law. We're dead. We were baptized to his death. Now we rise up to walk in the newness of life, and we're not under the law because he kept the law. He kept it perfectly and then abolished it, and took us from up under it. Now we rocking with him. That's why we were baptized into his body. And he's the head of the body we were baptized in. And the head is where all the orders and thoughts and commands to the body, that's where that come from. Oh, I'm trying to tell you. So 14, listen. Right on, Cliff. For we know that the law is spiritual. But he's saying, he said, I'm carnal. You carnal. Oh, let me keep going. Remember I said that. You carnal. I'm carnal. He carnal. Period. For we know that the law, we can't hate on the law. We're just not under it, thank Yah. Listen, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. So he's talking in his flesh, in his human nature, in his fallen nature, the things he do, he's saying he ain't going to do. For what I would, what would he do? He would obey Yah. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. What do he hate? Going against Yah? Oh, I'm trying to tell you something. Listen what it said. It said, if then I do that which I would not, which was to disobey Yah. He don't want to do that. I can sit onto the law that is good. The law is saying obey. In his evil nature, he can't. 17th verse then says, now then there's no more I that do it. He said, I'm not with that, how I'm living. I'm not with that. Now then there's no more I that do it, but the sin that dwelleth in me. Right? I got something pulling on me to do wrong. I know what y'all want me to do, but there's something pulling on me. Let me talk to you. And what exposed what was pulling on us was the law. It's been pulling on us. It was pulling on. It was pulling on Shaul, but he didn't know it until the law came and exposed. Oh, I see what's going on now. Christina Johnson, good to see you on. Are you with me? Listen. Oh, good to see you on. I didn't know who you was. Now I do. Bless you. Let's keep rocking. Romans 17. Look what it said. It said, now then is no more I that do it, right? But sin dwelleth in. I got an evil nature. Listen. For I know that in me, be honest, Hard for people to be honest with themselves about themselves. Listen. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, in my evil nature, dwelleth no good thing. Did you hear that? If you live according to your flesh, minus the Most High, right? There's nothing good in you. You're going to do what look good, what smell good, what taste good, what sound good, and what feel good. You don't care nothing about what y'all talking about, what the word talking about. You might even care, but you ain't going to obey. You ain't going to obey what y'all say because of your evil nature. Oh, come on, let's talk. For I know, 18, for I know that it's in me. You got to know this. You got to know this. Please know this. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. Because it's not in your evil nature. I'm trying to tell you something, but here we go. 19th verse. For the good that I would, what good would he do? Obey Yah. For the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, man, I'm not doing that. I went and turned around and did it. Brianna, I'm talking. I'm trying to tell her. Listen, 21 then says, I find then a law that when I would do good, my evil nature is right there watching. Oh, you gonna forgive them? No, you not. Oh, you ain't gonna walk away from him. Look at it. You know you want some of that. Ooh, look at her. Whew. I need help, y'all. Listen. I find then, when I'm set out to obey Yah, and I say I'm obeying him, and what all I'm going to do, I turn around and don't do it. Listen, I find in a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. 22 says, for I delight in the law of Yah after the inward man. Spiritually inside of me, I'm praising him. I want to be with him. I want to live right. I want to do right. For I delight in the law after the inward man. But I see another law. Where this joker come from? You was born with this rascal. Ain't nobody new. Young lady, young man, old lady. Come on, talk to me. But I see another law that's in my members, it's in my body, it's in my being. Warring took me to war against the law of my mind. Because in my mind, I want to serve Yah. In my mind, I want to serve Yah. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. Who won the fight? Your evil nature did. Who won the fight? I'll read it again. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind. Because the law of my mind, I decided that I want to live saved. I want to be with the Most High. I want to change. I want to be his daughter. I want to be his son. And all of a sudden, I find a law that's in my members, warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity. You heard? Who won that fight? And bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my memory. Oh, look what he concludes then. Let's talk. 24th verse then says, O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? You know what he concluded? You know what he concluded? Let me see what time it is. You know what he concluded, y'all? O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? That's where false doctrine come in, right? Folks love false doctrine because they give them freedom to sin, right? Folks love doctrines like, I'm a sinner saved by grace. It's no such thing, because if you take the time to go read 1 Timothy, I believe starting at the 7th verse, it'll tell you that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the ungodly and the sinner. The law is for the sinner. I'll get deeper in that another time, but the law is not for the ones that's not sinning. The law is for the sinner. Got that wicked, evil nature we was born with. You got to get rid of that joker. So you got a doctrine that they created to turn the grace of Yah into lasciviousness, and that was Jude was talking about. Switching grace into a platform to sin as if grace is mercy, and it's not. Grace is the power to stop sinning, the power that you didn't have. And he gave you the ability, and he gave it to those that humble themselves and believe. I'm trying to tell you something. Listen, his conclusion was, I want to serve Yah. How many of us want to serve Yah and obey him? Now, how many of us is obeying him? We want to serve Yah and we're doing it. No, most people be right here. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, warring against me wanting to live right, warring against me wanting to obey Yah, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin. Now I'm getting drunk and high. Now I'm laid up in the bed with somebody I got no business being in the bed, all that. Now I'm holding a grudge. I hate you. All that's working. But you set out to obey Yah. I'm trying to tell you, I got to go. But I see another law of my members warning against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. His conclusion then became, I'm a sinner saved by grace? No. His conclusion is, oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? I need to be delivered from me. Because I want to serve him, but I'm not. Oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? 25th verse then says, I thank Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach, also known as Jesus Christ, right? I thank Yah, also known as God. I just rather use his real name. Both of their real names, to be honest. I thank Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach, or Adonai. Lord is supposed to be a form of Adonai, right? But I thank Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach, or Adonai. So then with the mind, I serve, didn't it say, warn against my mind, the law of my mind, because my mind want to serve Yah. So then with the mind, listen, I serve the law of Yah. I am sold out to serve him. I choose to serve him. I believe in him and I love him and I want to serve him. I don't want to sin no more. That's my conclusion. What is yours? Do you come to him just to pay homage, to give him some respect and then do it pushing, do it moving? Or do you come to him because you really want to serve him and obey him? Listen. I thank Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yah. I want to obey him. But with the flesh, that evil nature, the law of sin. I hate to leave y'all right here, but that's how they put these chapters in. The conclusion and the solution of what this word just disclosed to us is in the 8th chapter, which I plan to teach. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday, huh? Y'all had to catch this one tomorrow morning. But I will celebrate in this chapter, right? It was a separation. He's like schizophrenic right here because he had every intention on serving Yah, but he's not doing it. Now, he disclosed his schizophrenia in the 25th verse by saying, I thank Yah through Yahushua HaMashiach, or Adonai. So then with the mind, on the inside, have you been in a state where you just worship Yah and talk good about him all the time and then you finish sinning? You could be laid up in the motel with the Bible, Gideon Bible in the drawer. You ain't had no business being in there. And then the next morning you in there crying and reading the Bible. That ain't funny. Because you know you're wrong. So he separated himself. He identified it precisely that I want to do good and I don't. I hate going against Yah, but I keep doing it. It's like a law. He found it was a law that in his sinful nature, in his Adam nature, in that fallen nature we was born in, that joker ain't finna listen to Yah. It's not. It'll try to go so far, but it ain't gonna do it. No. Stop. No. Stop. Yes. Wicked nature. Let you down every time. Real talk. But he knew to say, I'm wretched. I'm not right. I'm wicked. He said it. Oh, wretched man that I am. And then he begged for help. Who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Some people are complacent and comfortable there because of the Catholicized doctrine that Catholicism teaching, it leaked into the church. It came over because the real problem is in the individual, and all of us got that problem unless we get delivered, unless we can admit, oh, wretched man that I am, I'm finna go, y'all. But when somebody preached the gospel to you, right, the Besseret, right, to you, it convicts you, those that love him. It convicts you. It don't convict everybody. It convicts you. That's the old wretched man that I am. And then in the gospel, then they say, who shall deliver me from the body's death? The answer is the Messiah. Yah through the work of the Messiah. He recognized. He didn't try to create a doctrine to say it's okay. It ain't okay. I shouldn't be sinning. Nor should you. And if you bow down to him, he'll give you revelation of who's going to deliver us from the body of this death. And that starts in Romans, the 1st chapter. Is that all right? I just don't want to leave y'all right there, the cliffhanger, just dangling. So I had to say that. Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly to know how gleaning in the truth of your word, because thy word is true. Continue to give us revelation concerning your truth. And we'll be careful to give you the praise and honor not only now but forever. In the master name of Yahushua, we humbly pray. Hallelujah. Yahuwah and Aman. I pray y'all was Baruch got some out of the lesson. Y'all know, y'all permit that I'll be on tomorrow morning, same time. What time am I on? 6:30 to start teaching. But I'll be on tomorrow morning with Romans 8, y'all permit. Is that cool? Y'all want to talk about the lesson, feel free to come on over right now to 302-202-1102, extension 815-648. I'm going to say it again. 302-202-1102, extension 815-648. Always a pleasure, Cliff. Hope we can get together all of us soon, man. Eat some food and laugh together. Good to see you on, fam. With that being said, we can head on over there. I always like to say thank you to those that support the ministry financially. May the Most High continue to bless you. Y'all be Baruch and Barak Shalom. I'm gone.